Deer Park High School, and welcome to the Deer Network's Quarantine Broadcast, number 3. Today is Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. I'm Julie Perez, and this is my dining room. As the coronavirus continues to impact students, we are asking the most important questions to you each week. Today, joining Sam Ramos to discuss how the pandemic is affecting Deer Park sports and Deer Park ISD student athletes, Athletic Director Darren Chandler.
Hey, Coach Chandler, thank you for joining us today. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Sam?
I'm good. So I just have a couple questions to ask you. Shouldn't be that long. So as far as playoffs for girls and boys soccer, will this be postponed, or are we looking to maybe just go ahead and cancel it for this year?
I tell you what, UIL has been pretty vigilant with keeping us updated on what we're going to do with contingency plans. And they've already come up with, this is their third contingency plan. Unfortunately, school keeps getting pushed back to a start date. But there is a plan. As of right now, what's going to happen is if we came back on May 4th, there would be a couple-week period of letting the athletes get acclimated to the weather again, because it's a lot hotter right now than it was when we left.
Mm-hmm.
It's not unlike what they have to do in football in August. They have to have that 2-week period of acclimating themselves to the heat. So there'd be that period. We have one regular season game left. And then we'd start with by district. So as of right now, there is a June 5th and 6th date for the regional soccer tournament if we come back to school on May 4th. And I believe the governor of Texas is going to announce by the end of this week his plan for school. So once we hear from him again, I think we're going to know a lot more where we stand.
So could this also apply for our spring sports that hadn't started really, just like softball and baseball?
Definitely. And they've got plans for that. And I think the plans for those that just got started, it will be some type of modified season. They haven't let us in on exactly what that's going to look like. Me just speculating here, it could be something as simple as, again, a couple of weeks to get acclimated. And then we may jump right into a district tournament of some sort. Maybe take the top 4 teams out of that district tournament, and then you start your playoffs. I thought it was optimistic, and I'm glad to see that they moved some of the stuff to the summer, like soccer, like we just mentioned. So that to me means they're thinking of getting all these spring sports in.
So what about students that still have athletic equipment at home or at school?
That's a good question. That's something that we begin thinking about, and I haven't announced anything yet, the exact plan, because I want to see when we're coming back. The hope is we come back and we take care of it like we normally do. But if in the event that we have to collect, what will happen is it'll be some type of situation where parents or the students will drive to the school, and there'll be baskets, and the students would drop their equipment in there, and it would be in a bag of some sort with the student's name on it. And that bag would be dropped into like a big laundry basket, so to speak. Coaches would then wheel that inside, let it sit for a few days, make sure everything's safe.
Okay.
And then they would go through it and inventory all of that equipment.
And then as far as students who qualified for Letterman's this year, so how will they be sized for it, and how will they be given it?
That is a great question. First of all, you have to meet certain criteria to get a letter jacket. So we're going to have to amend those, obviously, considering the situation, because we want all these student athletes to get a letter jacket that earned one. I mean, some of these guys and girls, they've waited their whole life to get a Letterman's jacket. So we're going to make sure that they get one. So we're going to have to amend the process of getting one, and then we're going to have to figure out a way in which to get everybody sized. And I'm not sure if we can do it electronically and people just send in their sizes. I don't know if that's a good way to do it or not. But we're going to have to take some direction from the CDC, from the governor this week, our district, on how we would actually size all these student athletes. But it's something we really do want to get done.
And then lastly, how are we expecting athletes to attend STP this year? Are they going to maybe come up with an optional alternative for them to do this year?
Well, again, I hate to keep saying this. Let's hear what the governor says first. Hopefully it's good news. And I'll tell you what, if you watch the news the last few days, it's trending in the right direction. Everything that you're hearing is trending in the right direction. So there's a good chance then that by June we'll be up and running and we'll be able to have SDP. If we can't, it'll be what what's going on now. I know Coach Ramsey's been putting out on Twitter daily workouts, which I think is a great thing, and some of these athletes are doing that. And that's what will have to happen if we can't come back in June. But the bottom line with all that is all districts will be on the same playing field as far as that goes. Nobody's going to get an advantage over the other one. So really the advantage athletes, if you're watching, is working out on your own. If they tell us we can't, then you can gain an advantage by working out on your own. And that would be a great way to get a leg up on your competition.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for answering any questions. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I just want everybody to know that we want to play. And I don't think there's any question. I know the athletes are ready to get back. The coaches are ready to get back. Some of the coaches have done a really good job of staying in communication with their athletes and staying positive about it. And with things trending in the right direction, maybe there is light at the tunnel, and we are going to get to finish these spring seasons, because sometimes athletics and sports can galvanize a community and kind of get you out of what we've just been through. And that's our hope, and especially for the seniors. Those are the guys and girls that I really, really feel for. Because in the NCAA, they're allowing some of them to have an extra year of eligibility. Unfortunately, you can't do that with UIL. That's not possible. So I think that's why UIL is really, really doing everything they can to try to get these seasons in.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
You bet. Thanks, Sam. Go Deer.
Thanks, Sam. While we're all social distancing right now, many students are spending their extra time playing video games. And now your hard work can finally pay off. Generation Esports is hosting the Social Distancing Cup, a free month-long tournament during the quarantine. Gamers can play in League of Legends, Rocket League, and Teamfight Tactics. You can register to play between April 7th and May 10th. Go to generationesports.com. In other really cool news, the Deer Park High School Creative Writing Club is hosting an online poetry slam April 30th on IGTV. Video submissions are due by April 24th, and they're open to all students. For more information, DM them on Instagram or Twitter, or email Mr. Carson at mcarson@dpisd.org.
We've all grown up listening to Disney music, but how many of us actually know the words? Macy Thomas and I searched the halls in this edition of Finish the Lyric.
Hey guys, today we're going into the unknown to see if the students here at South Campus can go the distance. I could show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid.
I don't know the rest of the lyric.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did your last... When did your... When... It's fine, you got it.
Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing grade.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
Oh yeah.
Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing grades.
It means no worries for the rest of the days.
Darling, it's better down where it's wetter, take it from me.
Under the sea.
Darling, it's better down where it's wetter, take it from me.
Under the sea. That's the only part of that song I know.
Darling, it's better down where it's wetter, take it from me. Under the sea, under the sea. Let's get down to business.
To defeat the Hun.
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Did they send me daughters when I asked for sons? It's crazy how we finish each other's
Sandwiches.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's crazy how we finish each other's
sentences and eat sandwiches or something. I don't even remember.
It's crazy how we finish each other's
sentences. No, sandwiches.
Yeah.
What can I say except you're welcome?
I'm just like any other normal demi-guy.
Can I say except you're welcome?
For the seas, the earth, and the sky?
What can I say except you're welcome for the tides, the sun, and the sky? Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. Okay, now the last one, it isn't like a finish the lyric, but it's from Frozen 2. Have you seen it?
I have seen Frozen 2.
Okay. And it's Elsa, the voice call that she hears. I want to hear your best version of it. Okay.
Let's hope these students can really let it go and understand that nobody's perfect.
Wow, that really was something else. It's good to know that everyone is still a kid at heart. Before we go, our very own Maya Castro once again reviews common foods that everyone, and I mean everyone, has tried. And another edition of Maya Tries.
Hi, I'm back, and today I'm gonna try blueberries and olives. I don't want to try olives. I don't want to try olives. I don't. Oh! I tasted the juices. I tasted the juice that like came out of it. Oh, that tasted awful. Like, who chooses to eat that? Oh, do not eat olives. No, if you're thinking about it, do not. Worst experience I've ever had. Now, hopefully, this one is better. Blueberry. I did not expect it to look like that. Is it supposed to look like that? Ew, I hate the texture. Like, it tastes like a grape, but like slimier. I don't want to chew it now. So, the olives were probably the worst thing I've ever had in my entire life. Do not recommend. Blueberries, they weren't bad, but I wouldn't just eat them as a snack. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna eat today. Bye!
That's it for us this week. If you have any other questions about the coronavirus, suggestions of things for Maya to try, or any other ideas for us, leave a comment on Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat. For all of us here at the Do Network, I'm Julie Perez. Stay safe and go Deer!